Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Terraform Homestead. For those of you who are new to our channel, we are all about sustainability, and this week we have something a little bit interesting for you. And it starts with this box here. We're going to bust it open. Oh, this is exciting.
Find your tribe, let your hearts burn inside, move your body towards the light.
We're off-grid homestead. We're down a dirt road that's like 2 miles long. It takes round trip over 30 minutes. For a UPS truck, it takes probably 45 minutes just to get down to our road to our gate and back. And originally I wasn't going to do a video on our dust collection system, but it became an interesting project. So went down the YouTube spiral and started learning about 3D printing. And I have never really done it because I always assumed the machines were really expensive and it wouldn't be worth it. But once I started researching, I found out you can get a really pretty good machine for about 300 bucks. So that's what we're working on this week is we have our dust collection system to build. And once I priced everything out, to get all the fittings and things like that for our dust collection system, it was gonna be around $100 worth of just PVC pipes and parts and things. The bulk of those we could make ourselves and save some money because honestly, these little rolls are pretty cheap. It also is going to help us not go to town as much to get just little parts, help cut the dependency on Amazon deliveries and stuff. I was looking at a lot of our parts and, you know, these little guys, the blast gates, we had 2 of them. Those were 12 bucks a piece. I can just print these out of pennies worth of PLA plastic and not have to have somebody deliver this, not have to have it shipped, just done in a couple hours. So once I kind of looked at 3D printing through that light, it makes a lot of sense for an off-grid homestead that doesn't have a whole lot of easy access to, you know, normal stores. I mean, we have town 30-40 minutes away, but still, like, a lot of that can just be cut down, save us some money, help save some fuel for delivery drivers, save their time, and just kind of be more mindful of our consumption. And I know plastics aren't great, but they are part of our world, and a lot of stuff's made out of plastic, so, you know, it's kind of lesser of two evils. We're going to get it set up. All right, we got our first test piece coming out. I think it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I can't really tell, but see probably in a couple hours. First print, that's looking great. Yeah, pretty cool. This is just the test thing that's pretty default with all printers because it's got weird overhangs and holes and I don't know, all the stuff that is important for one of these. So this looks great. Really excited. I'm going to get our filament changed out to the actual roll, and you can see right now I'm working on the plans for our dust collection for a miter saw. So basically taking measurements off of our dust bag with these fancy calipers because I feel like an engineer right now. So even running in metric because it's the measurement system that actually makes sense in the world. So gonna get this finished out, uploaded to our machine, hopefully let that cool off for a few minutes, and then we'll start printing parts for the workshop. Alright, so one of the reasons I'm really excited about this is this was an adapter I bought that ended up not fitting, even though it said it was going to fit our DeWalt miter saw. You can see it's $8 for this little piece of plastic. And now that it doesn't fit, I gotta send it back. I also would have to wait another week for another one to get delivered because we don't get 2-day delivery, which we shouldn't. But I just did this really quick drawing in SketchUp here. Pull it up. So this took, minutes to make, less than 10 minutes. And let me put it into our slicer software. You can see we're using pretty good filament right now. So it was kind of on the high end, and this piece is going to cost 37 cents to make, and it'll be ready in less than an hour and a half. Super, super cool. First piece, I need to get the clamps on it and stuff, but need to hook up a few other things before I permanently put it in, but looks so good. This is really, really exciting that this works. We are coming right along on this print. This is going to go in the corner of our shop, and so with dust collection, one of the important things is not getting like super tight 90-degree turns. A lot of people do like 45 and 45. Now it's coming together. You can see this end here will fit our 2-inch PVC ABS plastic pipes, and then this end over here is going to fit our flexible tube. This is something that drew up and that, you know, you're not really gonna be able to find. You could use like a street elbow that's kind of like this, but it's going to be a really tight fit and kind of restrict that airflow. Alright, so here's our piece for Corner Connect. You can tell it's taken quite a long time, 15 and a half hours, probably got another hour to go. But we're almost there. This is not a fast process, but the exciting part is I was able to leave this overnight running, and it didn't drop our solar too bad, which I was worried about because we don't have a ton of battery capacity. But I think for the most part this is running at about 190, 200 watts. At least it's good to know we can run stuff through the night. This one's looking a little bit smoother, which is nice. Yeah, so pretty happy with this. Gonna get this finished and then get another piece on. So we had a pretty big build day today, and in here working on learning Fusion 360. This is our last component of our, whatchamacallit, dust collection system, the 3D printing thing. And yeah, this is not an easy software to learn, but I'm kind of doing some YouTube classes and I think got it set up, which is pretty exciting. So I'll get this printing tonight because it's probably going to be like a 15-hour build or 15-hour print, something like that. And then tomorrow I should be able to connect everything. So I've been just running this printer 24/7 since we got it for like 3 days now. And it got sequestered to the bathroom temporarily because of the blinking lights in the middle of the night. It was annoying. But it's kind of cool. You can see, just wanted to keep it moving. So this is a little sanding block. I didn't design this, but you can just download this stuff and send it off. And, you know, this is probably a $10 tool at Home Depot at least. There we go, I got this guy off. So just need to cut it apart, put some holes in here, and then put it all together. It's a pretty cool little thing. Okay, so we got our last piece printing. What's cool is this does take forever, but it's a little after 8 right now, so it should be done by 10:30 in the morning. And only costs $3.20, which this is the expensive filament, so that would probably be about cut in half. The same part, if I could find it, which I probably couldn't, would be probably like 15 bucks at Home Depot. And the nice thing is, fits in to our other 3D printed pieces perfectly because I was able to measure these. So it's our little blast gate, and yeah, tomorrow we'll be able to set this stuff up. Alright, so we are continuing on this dust collection build out, and got a lot of the parts kind of put together. Been printing parts for, I don't know, probably a week now. So various on and off for this project and other stuff that's just kind of fun. But I wanted to show you guys, yesterday got this enclosure built for our printer so that I can get it out of our bathroom. And yeah, I gotta clean up the shop a little bit and make some space for it, but this will be really nice. Take you guys around and kind of show you what we got so far and the kind of final pieces that we need to put together. So this is kind of our main system coming in. We have our shop vac behind this wall, so the nice thing is it's a lot more quiet, and then it's just on this switch that is run to an outlet over there. Same thing with our air compressor, which is already full, which is why it's not going on. And we come down to our cyclone funnel. So basically this will take the bulk of the sawdust and put it into a bucket here. So then the nice thing is we can use this on our composting toilet system. And then yeah, this is some of the parts I built. I need to come in and tape all these up just so they're nice and tight and sealed. But you can see this is our blast gate. So this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts, and then they just all kind of bolt together. That slides, and that will keep either our main shop valve or our miter saw. So depending on which one we're using, we can open and shut the other one, keep a good amount of pressure. This piece here I'm pretty proud of. So this is kind of the beauty of the 3D print. So this was a piece that you couldn't really just buy this. Like I'm sure they make things similar to this, but not with the exact diameter we need here and the exact diameter we need on these guys. So I printed this. I think this was like a 15-hour print, so it's definitely a slow process, but this all slides together perfectly. Once I get a little tape on there, it'll be all good. And then coming back around, we've got this piece, which just looks like a normal elbow, but it's kind of got a longer sweeping motion, and again fits our pieces exactly and perfectly. We're coming around to this black pipe, which is just an ABS tube, and then to our miter saw. And nice thing about this is another piece that was custom designed. Little kind of funnel thing. So this can come on and off super easily. When we're using it, it'll kind of suck most of the dust here. Still makes a little bit of a mess, so we can kind of come off and vacuum up all the rest. And just slip it back on. The other thing, from a cost saving perspective, these are some brackets that I need to install that I printed last night, and design these custom. It was a couple minutes to design it, but you can see we end up getting 2, 4, 6, 8 brackets plus this extension cord hanger. So that's going to be actually used on our 3D printer setup. And all of this was, I think, $1.80 worth of filament. So we've switched to this kind of clear white filament. This is a different kind of plastic that is better in high heat. So I'm slightly concerned about the fittings we have now, that they're printed in what's called PLA, that they may kind of deteriorate over time, especially during the summer if it does get really hot. But this new plastic will stand up. So I think as it sits right now, not including some of our, obviously we had to buy the hoses, bought the PVC ABS pipes there, and a few fittings here and there, but the actual fittings we have that we've made are probably under $10, I would say, worth of parts, and when I was sourcing parts, just something like this was costing me $16. So the blast gates I think were 12, like the little piece on the miter saw, that was like $7. So we've definitely saved a ton of money by just making our own. And last thing is, you can see this one is kind of a little bit warped. I didn't get my dimensions quite right on this, and I didn't want to reprint it. So what I did was took the heat gun and kind of melted the outside and then just stuck it in there. So that'll fit perfectly. And then we can also just use this as a general purpose, you know, shot back kind of end. This all gets curled up and stuck over here on these little hooks when we're not using it. So pretty cool. I'm really pretty happy with this. I'm definitely learning a lot about Fusion 360 and 3D modeling. I started playing with some other stuff. We got over here our little hanger. I didn't design this, but just found this online for free and printed it. And so that's a little French cleat for our wall hangers. So you can see that just slips in. I'm currently working on one that I did design for our hammers and stuff. It's just kind of cool to like be able to experiment and play and just get into 3D modeling and like just go do stuff, and then a couple hours later you have a piece that either you couldn't buy, you would have had to go to town for, you would have spent a lot more money on. It's such a cool thing. So I'm gonna get on and get this dust collection system finished up so I can get our shop cleaned up and organized and stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We are getting back to a big build next week, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Let's go build something cool.